Hi everybody, I'm David Lisot here for CoinTelevision at the Texas Numismatic Association Annual Convention. Greg, you're here at the Texas Numismatic Association Convention. Why do you come to this convention?
I come here because there's a lot of fellow Mexican coin enthusiasts that show up here. There's not a lot of dealers, but occasionally we get lucky. Mike Dunnigan usually has a pretty deep bench of coins if you have the money to pay for them. And he's really a lot of fun to work with. So we hang out, and it's sort of like a retouch base with everybody in the community, other than the U.S. Mexna show in the fall.
Why your fascination with Mexican coins?
I could afford the copper ones. Number one. I'm not the richest guy in the world. I can't compete in gold and silver, but I found that there was a lot of variety and a lack of documentation compared to like large cents and half cents in the U.S. That's what I got started off in, was the Cobra Grandes, the large coppers of the Second Republic, and documented that. I've got a second edition out on that. And then the state coppers are even harder. And some people think of them as common, but if you want to think of them as common, they're about as common as some of the most rarest of the Mexican cents. So, it's based on the size of the buying market, right? And as I've been writing the books, I find that the coins have disappeared. And so it's hard.
Tell me about your books.
All right, the first book I wrote was the Republic One Centavo. I created my own font to do all the different mint marks, and you can see I got a lot of background. I have a collecting list. I try to put in really big pictures. I talk about the mintages, the different types, and then I give a grading guide, and then I go into each mint, like Alamos, and I show where it is in the country. I try to give a little bit of background on why there would be some rarity due to wars and pestilence, plagues. And then I get into how to identify specific varieties, because occasionally there are fakes, and it's good to know what's real and what's not. And I try to be very clear about what to look for, because most of these coins do not come in AU, they come in VF at best. So you're looking for grosser mint variations, not fine points. The second book I wrote was with a co-author, Ricardo de Leon Teavis, out of Houston, and it's on the Federal Republic. The historical portion of this book was written by Ricardo, who also teaches at the ANA in Colorado Springs every summer. This book goes into the Federal Republic series from 1829 to 1837, and again, I got a coin grading guide. I go into the various types of ways to identify the rarities and the variations, and I try to, again, always have very big pictures so you know what you're getting into. The third book is Zacatecas State Coppers, and this is a fascinating series because of the complexity of the design. And I don't know if you can see, it's got an angel, or it might be arrows, with the arrow and the liberty cap, and then this is the silver mountain there in Zacatecas that's also on the motif. And again, I do go into the history of the symbology, and this part of this was in the U.S. Mexna Journal. And then I go into a grading guide, and again, you can see the beauty of these coins, and I try to make them as big as possible. And then I go into how you identify varieties and variations.
So if a person was interested in Mexican coins, how would you suggest they start collecting?
Go to the U.S. Mexna show in Arizona in the fall, and you'll meet every big player there is, and they have great discussions about collecting Mexican coins and all the best experts, and that is your best reference.